It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am your host of Truth to Power, Kyle Walls, and we're coming to you live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This will be, and this is the greatest 60 minutes in radio. You can join in on the talk and text line, Truth Nation, by chiming in at 833-212-1017. Again, the Truth Talk and Text line is 833-212-1017. That is the Truth Talk and Text line. You can call in and text in any of your thoughts on today's show. You can also watch and stream us live on the YouTubes by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. That's 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Give us a like, give us a share, and give us a subscribe so you do not miss any of the award-winning 1017 The Truth shows. Truth to Power, The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, Tori Lowe Show, Truth in the Morning, Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Again, that's 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Let me go there. Give me a like, and make sure y'all subscribe. Shout out to my producer, Rhea Riley, holding down on the ones and the twos.
Hello.
And shout out to y'all, Truth Nation. So much in the news. So much in the news. And when is it, at what point do you stop eating leftovers from Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
Because today I had some greens and turkey today.
That seems fair.
Yes, okay. Just making sure. I wanted to put it in the toaster oven we have here, but I didn't have enough time. So I had to heat it up with microwave. I don't use a microwave too often.
Here, why not?
I just don't use microwaves like that. I like to heat stuff up. First and foremost, they say microwaves aren't good for you. And secondly, I like my food heated up inside of a toaster oven or an air fryer. It's changed my life. You must not own an air fryer.
I do.
Did not change your life?
Nah, it's nice.
So you still use a microwave?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The problem is you want your food now. You don't want to wait the extra 5 minutes. You want it now, huh?
Yeah, well.
I like my food crispy, not as soggy. It's just so different in the air fryer. It's so good. I love the air fryer. But 833-212-1017. How long can I eat these leftovers for? Because I went to my mama and daddy crib yesterday, because the Packers didn't play. So I said, let me go ahead and stop over there after work and let me go grab me another plate to go for lunch. And there's still some leftover turkey. My mom said she made me making some turkey salad out of that. I said, ooh. Why you look at me like
chicken
that?
Salad?
Yeah, chicken salad, but turkey salad using turkey instead. Yeah. You just take it leftover, mix it up. Use your you like Hellman's. Oh no, you like Duke's mayo.
Definitely don't like Duke's. I've never even heard of that.
Oh wait, somebody else said Duke's then. Well, Hellman's mayo. Oh, that was Al who said Duke's. Mix it all up. I might go give me some more of that. I just want to make sure I'm not wrong for eating this leftover, because I will eat leftovers for about 5 days. So I got about one more day to eat leftovers, but tomorrow's Pizza Tuesday, so buying me some pizza. Yes, $6.99 pizza, or $7.99 large topping pizza. $6.99 large topping pizza. One
from where?
Where your papa is.
Excuse me?
Where your papa is. But no Johns around this mug.
Oh my gosh.
I can't give free ads now, Rhea. Bruh. I ain't gonna say the whole thing. But anyways, let's continue talking about the weekend recap here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Truth to Power. It's time for the weekend recap.
Truth Nation, we know you have a busy life and the weekend went by too fast. If you missed any of the headline stories, no worries. We got you covered on the top stories you may have missed. Tap in for the weekend recap on Truth to Power. Kyle, tell Truth Nation the biggest headlines they need to know.
Rhea, you'll be happy to know, just like everybody else, that I asked on my Christmas list this year. I love doing my own Christmas shopping, and maybe we'll talk about Black Friday, because Sherwin was talking about the blackout. I kind of did a blackout, but I like a good deal.
Oh, God.
Rakkuten's the place to go. 10% cash back, 15% cash back. You invite. Matter of fact,
Rakkuten?
Yes. I can share a link. You get 50 and I get 50 after you spend money. After you spend $50.
50 or 15?
50. $50.
50.
Girl, I'm racked. I said, I made about $150 off Rakuten.
Where's my link?
Girl, don't say no more. I will send you the link during the break. Matter of fact, this is money we talking. So I'm about to go ahead and get this Rakuten link to you right now. And as soon as you spend 50 and you get the cash
I gotta
back.
spend 50 first?
Well, you spend 50 and it's like $50 on, whatever you buying. They got 10% cash back, 15% cash back. I at Macy's right now. I racked up. I'm telling you this right now. I racked up, Rhea. I'm about to get like $200 of cash back. No lie. Plus. Anyways, Truth Nation. As I get ready to send Rhea this link, they think it's a game. You think I'm playing? I need all the cash. I'm like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. That ain't it. That ain't it. Don't. We'll get it later. Don't follow that one. But anyways, Truth Nation, Thanksgiving was this past weekend. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I know a lot of people hate the story of Thanksgiving. A lot of people don't like celebrating Thanksgiving or like talking trash about Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims and the Natives, they came together. They came together to feast and break bread. And then the Pilgrims stabbed the Natives in the back. Now, a lot of people would say, oh, this is why we can't celebrate Thanksgiving because the Pilgrims stabbed the Natives in the back. And I say, listen, I don't know why we are so surprised from this story. I don't know why we be hating on this story. Because there was a moment in Thanksgiving that they did share. The Pilgrims shared foods with the Natives. They did. That was true. And that's what we practice on Thanksgiving. So I enjoyed my Thanksgiving. I sure did. Had a lot of good food. But also, I think we got to understand with the whole story of Thanksgiving, this, to me, is the quintessential story of the American Anglo-Saxon. The story of the American Caucasian and what they have continued to do. This is who they are. This is on brand for them. Not much has changed mentally. They're savages when we'll act like savages, right? And so, with that in mind, I love the premise of Thanksgiving as being a time to spend time with family and give back to others in need. And for me, I don't know about y'all, but this was a much-needed time with family. Oh, I absolutely enjoy hanging out with family for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving has changed over time, and I grew up, I don't know about y'all, but I grew up with my mom's side and my dad's side. We all came together for Thanksgiving. We used to go to my mom's house, my grandma's house, and my mama's side used to come over there. We used to have Thanksgiving and Christmas there. And then my parents, they bought a house, and they built a house, and then we used to all come over to my parents' house. So I had both sides of the family, had 50, 60 people in the crib. It was fantastic. Now, I thought that was normal until I got older, and I realized that's not normal for a lot of people. And so that's why I always cherish the moments to be able to celebrate Thanksgiving. So yes, the story of Thanksgiving is a good one, but the rest of history around it is on par for what the white savages at the time, what they did. So I hope everybody enjoyed the holiday. So I know y'all get mad about Thanksgiving, but just understand that is the American savage. That's what it is. I don't know why we act surprised. Yes, that's what they do. And they continue to do. I don't think that's, pretty far off. So really, really excited. And speaking of, before we go to the next thing, I had a really cool moment yesterday, Rhea. So I talk about my little cousin who played for the Broncos, right? The Broncos played the Commanders last night. And my friend from high school, who I played high school football with, Nick Ballore, plays for the Commanders. So what was so cool yesterday is that my cousin was on one sideline, and then my friend was on the other sideline. But what makes the story even more cool, back in 2009, my friend Nick Ballore, who plays for the Commanders now, used to play at Central Michigan University. Central Michigan University made it to the Mid-American Conference Championship. They made it to the MAC Championship back in 2009. It is in Detroit. It's played at Ford Field. My family, they're from around Detroit. And so at that time, my little cousin in 2009 and his brother, so they were like 7 and 11 at the time, met us at Ford Field, watched Nick play in a conference championship game when he was a kid. Fast forward 16 years later, he's across from him on a football field.
How about that?
That's crazy, is it not? That was his first college football game that he went to. He saw Nick play, and now they're on opposing sidelines. I texted them both yesterday, like, damn, this is great. Like, this is amazing. Like, two people who I know, the only two people I know in the league for real, my cousin and my good friend are now facing off with each other. And then my cousin happened to see my friend play college football back in 2009 because they were in Detroit, and he came to see me, but he also watched the football game. So I thought that was pretty cool. So it was a nice little cool thing. I know it is not very often that people know anybody in the NFL, but the fact that I got a friend from high school I played football with and my little cousin both in the NFL, life is beautiful. It really is. It really is beautiful, Truth Nation. So that was a nice thing. Next on the weekend recap, we had heavy snowfall, did we not? Did we not? The weatherman did not lie this time about this snowfall, and Milwaukee was just hit with the most snow that we have gotten in the month of November in 50 years. Truth Nation, that was the most snow we have gotten in November in 50 years. Now, Saturday for me was a stay in the house type day. I was in the crib. I was looking out the window saying, boy, oh boy, get my hot cocoa because I ain't going nowhere. I did have to shovel twice. I shoveled on Saturday, and then I had to shovel again on Sunday morning. And then on Sunday, I also went to my parents' crib. And me and my brother went over there. We shoveled them out. And I thought to myself as I was shoveling, because the snow plow coming and block all the snow into your driveway, so you got to shovel yourself out. That's the worst part. And I have a guy for everything. I have a guy for handyman for stuff around the house. I have a plumber guy. I got a flooring guy. I got an HVAC guy. I got a car guy. And I got a repair guy that repairs like lawnmowers and snow blowers. And this summer when I went to go get a lawnmower repaired, my guy said, hey, I got 4 snow blowers back there. You want one of them snow blowers? I said, how much? He said, $150. I said, ooh, it's a good deal, but you know what? I got a short driveway. I don't need a snow blower. I'm good. I regret that. I listen, I regret it greatly. Listen.
Game changer.
You not listen. I thought I was lazy because my driveway's short, and I'm like, you know what? I got a nice little shovel. I can shovel it out. Nah. I'm glad you feel that way, Rhea, because I think that I am going to get a snowblower.
You should. It's important for your health.
Is it?
Yeah, my childhood neighbor, he died from a heart attack shoveling snow.
How old was he?
Within his late 50s.
Ooh. My dad was out there because when I pulled up to the crib, my dad was trying to shovel. He didn't. I mean, he shoveled. He shoveled a little bit. He wasn't doing the big part, so we finished it off.
And no, get a snowplow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that being said, I don't want to fall over shoveling no dang snow. But I thought it was lazy because I don't have a long driveway. But I'm looking at all my neighbors just shooting snow. I'm sitting there throwing snow. And my lady came out to try to help me, and I'm a control freak. I said, now what? I said, now do it this way. She said, you gonna tell me how to shovel? I've been shoveling my whole life. I said, okay.
That part.
I said, okay.
You want some help or not?
I wanted to tell her to go in the house. I really didn't at that point, but I just kept my mouth shut. I had to get to work yesterday. I had to do Sunday karma, so I just shut my mouth and let her have it. I was like, go ahead. But she was very helpful because by the time I got home, the snow started melting, but she had cleared up the rest of the drive. I did 75% of it, and she did the last 25%. I'm very grateful. But I ain't going to lie to you. When she came outside and she started shoveling the parts, you know how when you shovel, right? You shovel, but sometimes there's snow left over a little bit, like the little small lines of snow. That's the last part you get. I didn't have time to get that. I'm like, let's just get this big part out. She was trying to get the little stuff. I said, girl, if you don't get your behind over here, we need to get this stuff out the way and then come back for that.
Hey, we're going to get it done. Let's get it done. Come back for what? If I'm here already, let me just do it.
Well, yeah, after we get the big part done. So I said, go ahead, do you. And it was fun.
Work.
It was not. It was good. It was good. And lastly here, oh yeah, by the way, y'all getting more snow today. We're getting an inch of snow. It might be snowing right now, to be honest. We're getting 1 more inch of snow, so I'm so sick of snow. I am so sick of snow already, and it's just December 1st. And lastly, for the weekend recap, as we get ready to turn the page to some breaking news that I have coming up on the other side. Should someone be canceled for using the R word?
Yes.
Okay. Because this is a serious question. 833-212-1017. Should somebody be canceled or fired for using the R word? Or at least have to apologize, right? Because that's what I thought. Listen, I don't say the R word publicly on the radio or nothing like that because that will get you fired. Saying the R word will get you fired. And this weekend, Trumpito lost his mind again as he went on a multi-day holiday rant all over social media. And this time, his attacks were aimed at the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz. Now, Trump on his Truth Social, I have to abbreviate what he said because he be having these long posts. It'd be literally, he'd write a whole manifesto. And so to shorten it up because it's all nonsensical and disconnected, he was talking about immigration and how we live in this politically correct society and world, and he called refugees who are escaping war-torn countries and ethnic cleansings real problem people. And he went on to say, this is the part, he went on to say, I quote, as an example of hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia, he hates black people from Africa, but he loves the white ones, are completely taking over the once great state of Minnesota. Somalian gangs are roving the streets and looking for prey as our wonderful people stay locked in their apartments and houses, hoping against hope that they will be left alone. The seriously R word, Governor of Minnesota Tim Walz, does nothing either through fear, incompetence, or both. The seriously R word. He didn't say R word. He said the whole mentally. Well, he didn't say mentally. He just said the R word. Now, in most places, in most fractions, in most places, you would get some type of pushback for this, right? Which he got pushback, but he didn't have to apologize. Not at all. It is crazy to me that, yes, our president used the R word on social media, didn't feel bad about it, and I think it's a shame that we have higher standards for decency in a third grade classroom than what we have for the White House of America. It is a shame to me that y'all hold 8-year-olds to a higher moral character standard than an 80-year-old who is currently the president of the United States. That doesn't make sense to me. If your 8-year-old niece, nephew, child, grandchild, great-grandchild went to school today and called another kid the R word, he would get suspended, or she would get suspended, or she would get in trouble. She would get written up. If I came here on the radio and started saying the R word, I would get pulled off air. I would be suspended and considered fired. No one should be using that word publicly. It's career suicide. But somehow, the president can say the R word, and some of y'all will vote for him a third time. Many of you will make an excuse and say, well, that's just how he is. Yeah, I just wish he wouldn't say things. I have people DM me who I know, who see my content, they like my content, then they see the things that I'm anti-Trump with or anti-this, and then they'll comment on a little small comment. They say, I don't like when he says stuff like that. But, I wish he wouldn't say stuff like that. No, you don't, because you voted for him. You can wish and hope all you want, but how you send a message is with your vote. It's with your support. So with that, I want to say this. Because most Republicans are afraid to push back on Donald Trump because obviously they believe in their politics more than they actually believe in doing what is right. That's why I appreciate Paul Ryan. Somebody said, what's the R word, Republican? No, the R word mentally, well, I can say it. Nah, I'm not going to say it. You're right, Rhea. But the R word for people who have mental disabilities. That's what he says as a derogatory term. That's what Trump called Tim Walz, is a derogatory term, the R word. And shout out to the Indiana State Senator, Mike Bohachik. Thank you, Rhea. Who is a Republican who publicly lambasted Trump for the use of the R word and referenced his own daughter who has Down syndrome in his social media post rebuking Donald Trump. He said, those of you who don't know me or my family might not know that my daughter has Down syndrome. This is not the first time our president has used these insulting and derogatory references as his choice of words, and words have consequences. With that, I will be voting no on redistricting. Perhaps Donald Trump can use the next 10 months to convince voters that his policies and behavior deserve a congressional majority and not basically them rigging the maps. So shout out to Bohachik. Bohachik? That's how you say it, right? I don't know. These folks got some names. I know my white European name Wallace, because obviously I wasn't the original Wallace. Easy. Well. Not Ningaz Ninjiki, or whatever the hell it is. Or Bohachik.
Be careful now.
I know, right? But I'm happy about his Facebook post because it was perfect, and it should be a reflection that your actions have consequences. And if this might cost him 2 additional seats in Indiana and 2 additional seats in the House, then good. Good. I dare him to publicly criticize this senator for chastising him for using the R word publicly like that. I dare Donald Trump to do that. But 833-212-1017. Is the R word, should you be canceled for saying the R word? 833-212-1017. I want to get your reaction to that. Go to 1017 The Truth on YouTube and vote in the poll. Should you be canceled for using the R word? 833-212-1017. I see your calls. I see your texts. We'll get to that all on the other side. But should somebody be canceled for saying the R word in 2025? That's what I'm publicly saying. One thing to joke around behind closed doors and be disrespectful and make jokes. But it's another thing to go on a social media platform and call somebody the R word who's the governor of Minnesota. We'll take your calls. We'll take your texts coming up in 3 minutes. This is Truth to Power with Kyle Walls. And Donald Trump called somebody the R word, and I want to know, should he be canceled?
More of Truth to Power is next on 1017.